Hey guys, welcome back. So as I said recently, I wanted to make a video about the three different categories of MS that are traditionally spoken about. When you got diagnosed, you probably heard if you either had relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis, primary progressive multiple sclerosis, or secondary progressive multiple sclerosis, which is not that common to get diagnosed with from the get-go, but it can happen. So I wanted to share my thoughts on this triple division of multiple sclerosis and why I have come to diverge from that idea. So getting started just now. So as you know, I've been battling recently with the thought of me having transitioned to secondary progressive multiple sclerosis, which is a thought that haunts us, every one of us that have relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis, because we've read traditionally that 8 out of 10 people with relapsing remitting transition to secondary progressive, usually at the 10-year mark from time of diagnosis. So this is something that has really haunted me and left me with many sleepless nights of me really being terrified at the thought of me progressing, as if that was a moment from which there will be no, it will just be a downward curve. However, me having recently been dealing with the thought of having transitioned to SPMS, because of how my symptoms have been getting worse, and there's been a slow decline of all of the symptoms that I was already dealing with. They've slowly been getting worse. So all of that is really how you would understand SPMS, or at least what I've understood is defined as SPMS. However, I've recently been exposed to a talk by a doctor whose name I don't remember, who challenged this view of a triple division of multiple sclerosis, and rather seeing it as one whole block of evolution, that ultimately all of us with multiple sclerosis share the same progression of the disease, with differing levels of severity, of course, but there is no such thing as people starting with RRMS and then transitioning to SPMS, and then some people starting with PPMS, considering the fact that, well, first of all, there are no scientific markers to determine a moment from which you transition from relapsing remitting to secondary progressive. There is nothing but really observing how symptoms are evolving and behaving. So it's really more of a of a guessing, I think, that there is a combination of things determining whether you have SPMS or not. Whereas PPMS is the type of MS that is diagnosed later in life, which could signal that there had been a dormant relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis beforehand, which just hadn't manifested itself. And all of a sudden, boom, it hits all at once, the point that all of us will eventually transition to, namely the progressive phase of the disease. So this is not me coming up with this idea. I will leave you a link down below to the scientific article that I read through and that I more or less understood. I'm not a scientist, as I've said multiple times. I will leave the link down below for you to read and to interpret however you see fit. I'm sure there is someone out there who can give a better, much more well-founded explanation of this than myself. I am not a scientist, I am not a doctor. So this is merely information that I've been gathering and that I've been exposed to, that I wanted to share with you guys. The reason for this is that this came I still hear how my doctors said when I asked them if I had transitioned. Their answer was like, does it matter? You're receiving the best treatment out there. So whether it's RMS or SPMS or whatever else, we're doing the best we can. So with that message in mind, I recalled this article that I read. And it just made a lot of sense to me. So I'll share the link down below if you want to have a read. And please do share your opinions if you form one, and leave any comments if you agree, disagree. And guys, please remember to subscribe, like this video, and join in on the conversation. Your thoughts are welcome. This is an open dialogue, and anyone with a more well-founded opinion on this, please do share. As I said, I am merely a little individual who's living with a condition, who's trying to make sense of it. So thank you for watching this video. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.